Welcome to the CAD Builder video tutorial series. In this video, we will be learning how to construct a closet cabinet. To begin, let's go ahead and navigate to our design screen and place one of the preset wall configurations. Now we'll go ahead and click on the Kitchen Cabinets tab located near the top of the design toolbar. Then let's click the plus sign next to Base in order to expand the base cabinet list. Now that the list is expanded, we will be selecting a base cabinet from the product's images shown below. Left-click and hold the first option, the B09L, and drag it into the design space. Since this cabinet is still selected, we can navigate over to the right side under Attributes and click the small black box image to open the wireframe editor. First, let's change the SKU to CL121. Then we will resize this cabinet by changing the dimensions to 121 inches wide, 14 inches deep, and 82.5 inches high. Now it may be zoomed in too close, so to allow the entire cabinet to be seen, select the front sections icon at the top of the screen. Then the wireframe mode select icon and select wireframe from the options. Now you should be able to see the entire cabinet within the view space. Before we continue, we need to be sure to select the correct construction method. On the left side of your screen, let's scroll down to the Trial Frameless Butt Joint and Full Overlay option. Now that the overall size is edited and the construction method set, let's take a look at the Front Sections icon at the top of the screen. In the Front Sections view, we are going to divide this cabinet up into its appropriate sections. Now to start, let's click on each door and drawer and remove them using the X at the top right of the screen. Then select the Inside Sections icon so we can remove the interior elements from the cabinet. Once we have everything removed from the interior and exterior of the cabinet, go ahead and navigate over to the left side of your screen and click on Toe Kick Parts. Now take a look at the right side of the screen to see what appears under Toe Type. We want to remove the toe kick, so go ahead and select the None button, and it will now remove the toe kick from the cabinet. Now, we'll go ahead and click on the Case Parts icon on the left side. Then, back to the right, under Bottom, we will click the box next to Enabled in order to disable the bottom. Directly above this, in the Top Type section, let's switch the top of the cabinet from Stretcher to Top, so that we can add a full top to this cabinet. Now we have the shell of the cabinet, let's navigate back to the Front Sections icon, and here is where we'll add our drawers and sections of the cabinet. Let's start by clicking on the Add Multiple Vertical Sections. Here we're going to select 3, and this will split this cabinet into 3 equal sections. Now from left to right, we are going to designate our cell widths. In the furthest left cell, select the opening. Now navigate over to the right side attributes and select the Fixed Width checkbox and make this cell width 48 inches. Next, we will set our middle section sizing. Select the middle opening and again select Fixed Width and apply a value of 25 inches for the cell width. Then select the right-hand section and it should already show a cell width of 48 inches. So now your cell sizes should be 48 inches, 25 inches, and then 48 inches again. Select the left opening by clicking on it. Then on the right side, click on the icon that says Add Horizontal. This will add one horizontal simple shelf to the opening. Now repeat the same process for the right opening. Now we have 2 openings on the left and 2 openings on the right, divided by the vertical midsection. Now that we have our left and right sections defined, let's add our drawers to the middle section. We'll start by dividing the middle section in half. Click on the middle section and add 1 horizontal to go in line with the shelves on the left and right side. Now in the top middle opening, let's add multiple horizontals and assign the value as 3. In the bottom, we can add multiple horizontals again, but this time the value will be 4. Then, start from top down, we will assign our cell heights. Select the top opening and then assign a cell height of 13.75, and now repeat this step for the next two cells beneath it. Now we can assign our bottom section. Again, start from the top and assign the cell height as 10 inches for the next three cells. The last cell on the bottom, you will uncheck the fixed height checkbox, and the height value should show currently as 11¼ inches. While we are still in the front view, click on each vertical line and then click on the icon that says Add Full Height Partition. Next, for the middle horizontal line, we will click Add Full Width Fixed Shelves. For all the other horizontal lines, we will select the Add Limited Fixed Shelf option. Now that we have our shell complete, we will now assign our drawers to the correct openings, as well as our closet rods in the appropriate locations. First, we will add one horizontal in each of the right-hand and left-hand sections, as shown here. Now we have 4 sections on the left and 4 sections on the right. Select the top opening on the left and assign fixed height by selecting the checkbox and designate the height as 3 inches. Now repeat these steps for the other 3 sections on the left and right sides. Once this is complete, we can select these horizontals we made and choose Add Limited Fixed Shelf. The last thing we need to do in the front section is to assign our drawers. Locate the 3 cells we assigned to a value of 10 inches in the top middle. Click on each opening and in its right side attributes, assign Drawer instead of Open. Now we can navigate to the Inside Sections icon at the top of the screen. Here we are going to select the shelves we created on the left and right and convert them into closet rods. Then, depending on your construction method that you have selected, the value for the front dimension in the adjustments section may differ. For these closet rods, we will want them centered on the depth of the cabinet. So in this case, the value for adjustments from the front would be 7 inches. Now we will need to add some finishing touches. We will start by going back to the left side navigation and select Case Parts again. Now we will select left side, right side, and back, go to their attributes, and select the icon that says Enabled. This will disable these parts by removing them from the cabinet. Now if your construction method was using nailers, go ahead and click on Back Unfinished again. Then in the attributes on the right, scroll down to the Nailers section and deselect all the nailers you don't want. Let's go ahead and save the cabinet by selecting the Save icon at the top right of your screen. Next, we will need to assign materials and connectors to your group to specify what closet rods and connectors you would like to use. Navigate over to the Materials and Warehouse category. Closet rod and connectors each have a group that you can modify, rename, or rearrange. Select a rod or connector to change its properties. For instance, if you plan on sending pre-drilled holes to CNC, then select it from the materials list and change its connector properties, or assign a price to it in order to count towards the material cost. Once defined and priced, we go to the Material Assignment module to allocate it to the cabinet. Click the back arrow, select Material Assignment on the main toolbar. Then, in the middle section, navigate down the list until you find Interior, and near the bottom of this section you will see Closet Rod Pole and Closet Rod Support. Once one of these is selected, you can choose your materials option on the right side of the screen with a double left click. Do this for both the Closet Rod Pole and for the support. As you can see, CAB Builder has given us an efficient way to create a beautiful closet for your customers. Once you have your cabinet size and construction method set, you can divide the sections, apply the materials, and refine the design to your preference. Thank you for watching. To view additional video tutorials, please visit www.cabbuildersoftware.com/training.